Okay. So, let's get this all going here, shall we? It's Sunday. Wait for the camera to get back in focus. That's awesome. I'm just throwing a quick tweet out there saying serial stream after grinding the I-bomb arena last 3 days straight. Hopefully, this is not an I fell asleep on the keyboard stream. Jury's still out. We'll have to find out. Got that. Got that. Man, it is a good thing I reread this. Oh boy. Not great. But we are good. We are live. It is Sunday. It is time for the serial stream. I'm Rob vonShoe. How's it going, everybody? Good to see you. Haven't streamed here the last couple of nights. I did wind up grinding the 6-star Immortal Abomination Arena. I was hoping for top 100. Got a video coming out tomorrow how that went. So stay tuned for that. Pretty happy with how that all played out. So brief spoilers. But it was pretty good. That was the first big feature grind that I've done in a good long while. It is the highest score I ever put up in Arena. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I want to say big howdy, big welcome to all you guys who are tuning in to tonight's Sunday serial stream, including Rodring saying Ayo. Roberto, hello there. Howdy. I want to say a big hello also to Man Falcon and Insightful, Insidious, Insidious, Insight, all of those 4 eyes. Howdy. Welcome to the serial stream, everybody. Well said. I could not have said that better myself. So tonight is going to be a copy-paste of a previous entry. Got some more Fruity Pebbles here I'm working on. I did have a cereal picked out, but I didn't have time to clean up the cereal box image, so that'll have to wait till next week. But it gives me an excuse to keep chowing down on some Fruity Pebbles, and I will take that. So cheers, everybody. Love it. Wait for the cord to come back. All right. So, this is day 9 of the junior account. I've only been playing this for 9 days, approximately about 30 hours at this point. I do have Act 3 cleared. I do have Realm of Legends cleared. I'm going through for some of the story content now. This is going to be pretty nice once this forms here in a couple days. And really what I'm doing right now is just trying to get some extra characters, get them ranked up, and then clear some content. I would like to work towards my first 5-star character. I am a good ways from that still. About, 400 shards deep. But did wind up pulling a smash bang up 4-star character last stream. Right off the top, that is none other than Cosmic Ghost Rider, who I will wind up ranking up at some point. Just not quite yet, just because it's a bit broken. It's a bit broken. But I do love Black Widow. I'm going to be playing with some of these other characters. Getting through the monthly quest. Still got 9 days left on that. And we're just going to be hanging out, having a good time, just chatting, talking shop, and see where the evening goes. Insightful says, I am so happy. Got a 5-star stealthy from the Grandmaster hand-to-hand crystal. Nice. Well, congrats on that 5-star, bud. Roberta says, do you guys know where to get the gold ring for the 10 rings side quest? That's the only one I haven't gotten yet. There is a standalone arena. It's the first milestone, and then there's a second milestone a little bit deeper into the arena, but you can get a couple of rings that way. That might be where you're looking. Otherwise, let's see what I got right here. There is the 10 fights with Shang Chi in that actual side quest. There is actually there's a standalone at the end to do the 4-star KO in the legendary, but that was for the tier 5 CC, and then all the class stuff based here. Want to say big howdy to Black Knight as well. What up, bud? How are you? Three offers and 3 homes, and none of them were accepting. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Chin up, of course. Chin up. There is always something else around the corner, and, you know, that will wind up working out the way it was always meant to be. It's just as unfortunate right now for the short term. But chin up, bud. It will wind up playing out. Grinfield says, do the legendary side quest. You get a 5-star hand-to-hand crystal from Chapter 1 and Nexus, the legendary. Actually, yeah, let's check that out. Yeah, I only burned 2 energy. I want to see if I can. I'm not entirely sure if I'm able to just yet. Because isn't that level gated, I think? Yeah. So I got, what is it? Just a few levels, because that's level 45. It's pretty dumb that Epic is level 40, Legendary is 45. But then Master, I think, is like 25 or something like that. Like, why there's that big jump and then there's practically no jump. Plus, I wasted my time submitting the office last night, fell short on the grind, placed one. Oh, ouch. That is awful. I am sorry to hear that. That is very unfortunate. That is the dark cherry on top. I'm sorry to hear that. I know it's really soon to ask, but is that something that you would consider going for round 2? Because now that we know what the cutoffs are, it would make planning for the second round just a little bit easier. As for me, I'm kind of on the fence for Arena round 2. I think I'm going to wind up sitting out round 2. And just go for milestones, build up my own unit stash just a little bit, and then save whatever units I have left and whatever boosts I have left for the Negaman grind starting up Thursday. Speaking of stuff that's coming out this week, with the grind now done and behind me, I can get back to making some videos. So, do you have some Alliance War videos coming out? Some rank up for some potential new champs that I may or may not have gotten in the last 24 hours. And there's some gameplay stuff too, because now that Negaman is going to be in arenas, he's already been revealed in-game, but now he's going to be in an arena, have some more gameplay stuff for that. And don't quote me on this because there is nothing confirmed, set in stone just yet, but traditionally, at least in the last, I don't know, dozen or so months, the last week of the month, usually we wind up hearing some news in some capacity about champs for the next month. So we don't know, we haven't officially been told who the buffs are yet for the champs next month, let alone what their kits are going to wind up being. And we don't know who the new champions are officially yet either. Or what they do. So I'm really excited to dive into that and see what winds up, what we have in store. This month I think is handily the best month for content this year so far, at least characters wise, just because Shang Chi is absolutely nuts. And Negaman is a lot of fun too. Real quick though, just for curiosity's sake, what do you guys think about Mr. Negative? Just based off of other people's videos of him from CCP, from people who got him from early access, or from fighting him in the side quest. Is he a champion that you guys are looking forward to getting and like actually playing, or just like, you know, yet another, hey, cool, that's the champion of the month, but, you know, not a whole lot of hype there? So I noticed I can put 98 million points in without any units. Nice. Was 98 mil what you wound up landing on? Yeah, I'm going back in for punishment number 2. Good. Good, good, good. You should. I speculate that the arena score is either going to be the same or slightly less. Not like, you know, 50, 60 million less, but like a nice little chunk less. Again, just because of how low stealthy wound up going, I think a lot of people are going to be jumping on the stealth suit Spider-Man 6-star grind and getting easy stealthy or SIGs that way. And then plus 2 with the new champs potentially being revealed here in the next week or 2 weeks tops. That usually winds up drawing some attention away from arena. Also, duped and sigged my 4-star Void, awakened my Beardo with an awakening gem, sigged him, almost maxed. Solid. Very cool. Appreciate that, Grinfield. Thank you. It was such a relief. It was such a relief. What act are you? Act 4, I think. Because I did get a basic completion in Act 3 just to get the title. And it started in with Act 4, but I think I'm only like maybe in Chapter 1 of Act 4. Man Falcon asking, who are you saying? Mega Man? No, Negaman. Mr. Negative. That is my shorthand for the character, and so instead of just saying, you know, Mr. Negative, Mr. Negative, Mr. Negative, Negaman. The arch nemesis of Mega Man. Just rolls off of my tongue just a little bit easier, and it, you know, it's fun. Hey, Taz popping in, saying, how's it going, Rob? It's going really well, Taz. Doing really well. Not gonna lie, I'm super tired. I am super tired. The last 3 days have been just in terms of grinding the arena, let alone, you know, real life stuff. It's been a push. I was very seriously out of arena grinding shape, but we got there. We got there. So I'm gonna rest up here the next couple of days and then get ready for Negative Man Thursday, because I want two. I want two. One for sure. 2 would be nice though, just to get the awakening. Hopefully he doesn't go for anything insane. Grinfield says the Shang Chi boss in EQ is the hardest we've had in many months. I would definitely agree with that. The bosses in EQ are so interesting because they always wind up giving nodes to the bosses that make him obnoxiously difficult, but then like those nodes are nowhere near their actual kit. So then like the champion themselves are okay or good, but then the node just makes them exceptional. Shang Chi is really interesting because yeah, that boss was nuts just because of all the different bells and whistles that they tacked on, but you know, the character himself is really stellar too. Black Knight put up 103 million. That's rough. Honestly, I think at that point, anything, if you put up 100 million points, anything past that point, you should still get the character. Because 100 million points is not easy. You either have to have an insane roster to be able to support that kind of, those kind of points, or you have to just throw unit after unit and unit at refreshes and then still hope to get lucky. Insight changing name once again, back to just plain old Insight. I don't know, the 4 eyes kind of had a particular ring to it. Skull says, "Hey Rob, how you doing, bud? Welcome. I want to hear what you guys have been up to here the last few days. I did wind up missing out on the Friday stream. Just a combination of real life colliding with the arena grind. But at the regularly scheduled time, I had no champs available. Like, everybody was on cooldown. Plus, needed a power nap. That way, when the champs came off of cooldown, I could get them as they were coming off, and then just send them right straight back to cooldown again. And that's really the strat to a chunky arena grind like that. You gotta hit them when they keep popping back up. That's an ebony maw. Oh. That's why I feel like they should expand the pool for the 6-star arenas. 100%. I would say 150 at the absolute minimum. Because even at the end of the day, even just say if you were able to obtain 100 million points with some challenge, some difficulty, some a chunk of time invested, the fact of the matter is you're still spending hours and hours and hours getting to that point in the first place. And that's rough. Because, like, what are they going to reward you with? Battleships to get maybe units if you're lucky? And gold, and that's it. Soloed EQ Shang Chi with Ebony Maw. Only took 800 hits. Easy peasy. My cheat strat was using Elsa. Wound up helping out. Oh, and I was getting desperate yesterday. Popped a 300 unit cav, got 5-star Maw. Shang Chi's. I see what you did there. And hope the buff will be good. Me too. Me too. If that winds up panning out. Talking about the leak from the other week, that Ebony Maw is on the short list for potential buffs for next month. And I hope he is, and I hope whatever it is that they do for him is good, seeing as how it's his second buff ever. And they didn't really stick the landing the first time around. Like, he was still super annoying to play, still did noodle damage. Even though his ramp up was faster getting to a black tone, and then benefiting from all those abilities after that, still doesn't mean that he could hit at all. So we'll see. Let's see if his synergies change or anything else too. And Taz, that's kind of where I'm at too. Speaking of the Thronebreaker crystal, I opened up a few of them the first day just for kicks. I got one 1100 unit drop, and the rest of it was gold. So it wound up, in my book, it wound up working out okay just because of that huge drop. But I would much rather get a bunch of small nickel and dime unit drops by opening up just the base regular arena crystals than throw all my cards, all my eggs into one basket with the Thronebreaker crystal. The 6-star Punisher would be really cool, but you've got a better chance of pulling the 6-star featured out of the calves, and I think waking them up too, statistically. Especially with the new drop rates. So that's not really enticing. Not for me. Me asking myself a million times, why is Rob not doing the heavies with Shang Chi? Just probably just getting distracted. Just because, I mean, it is nice to do the heavy attack just to refresh all the different charges, but at the same time too, there isn't a whole lot of life left on the bot once I get through just a regular cycle. So it's like, yeah, I could parry and then heavy and then go in with another combo, or I could just parry and do a 5-hit combo and KO them anyway. Normally, yes, if it's a tankier opponent, you would want to throw that that heavy attack, get those charges refreshed, and then go from there. But for a straightforward fight like these, it's nah. I don't think it's really necessary. Planning to get Thronebreaker on July 4th so I can double dip. Smart. Now, I mean, that is of course assuming that they don't change that from previous years. I would be surprised if they did, just because that would require, I think, an slightly more extensive bit of coding on their end. I'm not sure if that's something that they would want to do just to prevent that for a small handful of cases, but either which way, yeah, absolutely, go for it. Get all the loot. Guys, can you believe that the month is almost over? I 100% cannot believe it. Not even close. Like, it feels like the month just started. Whiff. Now let's see if I can't bait out another special. Try this again. Well, that works too. Just do heavy intercepts. Punish the enemy heavy attack with a heavy attack of your own, or punish their special attack. Oh, right, unblockable. There we go. Get the Purify up so I can get rid of that degen. Stay out of it this way, refresh my charges. There we go, easy peasy. I'm on 631. Still a grind to get to Grandmaster. It is, but you got plenty of time. You still have a month and a couple weeks. So you should be fine. You should be fine. Far as I know, too, for when the day comes, like the 3rd of July or 4th of July, whenever it is, that you want to start in on that final quest. Far as I am aware, you can do the entire path, just don't get to the Grandmaster fight, don't KO Grandmaster until after. For me, local time, it's 10 a.m., and the offers come out. And then after they're out, then you can check them out and then finish off that fight. But you can get the entire quest done up until that fight beforehand. That way you can just jump in, KO the boss, get the title, quit out your game, and then bring it back and everything should update. I'm so happy for getting stealthy, but my classes begin next month again, and, well, adios to the account for another 2 months. It'll be here. It'll be here ready and waiting for you. That's the nice thing, too. I mean, with a game that's 6 years old at this point, even though it doesn't seem like it for us, who's always just like constantly in the thick of things on the daily grind and the push and all that, but there really is no major harm in just putting the game down, doing something else for a little bit, living your life. Pick it back up again when it works for you, and then you can start having some fun again. And you guys going for a Stealth Suit Spider-Man 6-star next arena? Seeing as how his cutoff was like crazy, freakishly low. Good for everybody who wanted them going for them. And all the loot and the easy, low-rated or low-scoring champs you could get. Kick. Pew, 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 pew. Hakuren. Might use some of the rewards on July 4 to beat some of the quests. That's not a bad idea. That's really not a bad idea. Or use some of the units that you wind up getting from the various bundles for the same sort of thing. And Taz says, by the way, Rob watched your account review when you had 500 subs. Came up in my recommended. That's funny. I'm so amused. First off, appreciate you checking out the older vid there. That's really cool. But at the same time, too, I'm really interested in how, like, the YouTube algorithm gets around to finally, like, recommending videos to people. Like, for that one, exactly that reason. I mean, it was for the 500 sub milestone, which is probably about a year and change ago already. And the account's changed just a little bit since then. But that having been said, like, on my end, on the back end of YouTube, just being able to see, like, which videos have been popular, like, the last week. You know, sure, the stuff that I posted recently, but then also, like, what from, you know, way back when is popping up and trending this week. So whether it's, like, the 5-star versus 6-star, or 565 versus 6-star rank 2 comparison of Falcon, say, or, you know, an old Beardo cheese strat, something like that. Like, if that's the hot button video for this past week, then that's cool and fun to figure out as well. Do I know how long 4th of July will be? It's usually the weekend. So let me bring this up. So 4th of July is a Sunday this year, which means that we're probably going to find out about whatever it is on a Friday the 2nd. So we're going to have the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I'm assuming, like a weekend-long thing. Just because they've been heading that direction for the last few events, whether it's the spring cleaning event that we just had, or if it's Cyber Weekend. Give people a number of days to figure stuff out. Alright, Insight. Take care, bud. It's cool to see because I'm at that point now, as far as my account rating. Keep up the good work. Cheers, Taz. It's really fun to, like, going back and, like, you know, seeing where the account was and where I was hoping it would go and where it actually wound up going, and just, you know, trying to put myself back in my shoes way back then. It's just really cool because, like, I'm really happy with how the YouTube page here is doing, and all the friends and fun conversations and, you know, all around shenanigans been putting up since then. It's really cool. It's everything I could have hoped for the channel, and I'm really excited to see taking where it's at right now, and then, you know, where it's gonna wind up going and what it can grow into later on. So cheers, everybody. Oh, and I don't have a rank 3 as well. Hopefully July 4 will contain some kind of tier 5 CC. My highest is a 20k mutant shards. I would be shocked if they didn't. So much so to the point where I would say I guarantee that there's going to be tier 5 CC in the top end rewards. Question really is going to be where they wind up placing any sort of selector. because they do like placing selectors. I just voted for Gilly 5 times after hitting the arena. Nice. I have not decided who I'm going to vote for yet. I'm probably going to go for Gilly. Just because, I don't know. It's just so tough because they both desperately need it. Boink. That's not going to do a whole lot. But... Come on. For Cav, they had a Tier 5 CC last Cyber Monday. I think so. I think so. But then again, that was a year ago. So a good rule of thumb is like to see what they wound up doing for the spring cleaning event recently. And then extrapolate from there. Because that's like the new baseline going forward. Got to complete either last chapter of CavVQ or do section 8 for some 6-star shards. Wish me luck. Oh, by the by, the shoe shine method for the win. Nice. I am delighted to hear it worked for you. Yeah. I keep looking to see if there's like extra loot on some of these paths. I mean, usually I'm disappointed, but sometimes. Where am I? No. There I am. This one, I think. Are you guys more interested in some of the like character shards? 5-star shards, 6-star shards, champ nexuses? Or are you more interested in rank up materials? And of course, that's a completely unique, thought for all you guys too, because that just really depends from each of your individual rosters. Some people have some champs they want to rank up, other people don't, or don't have the materials. Angel going for Ant-Man. Also, aloha. Drop the like for you. Well, cheers, Angel. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping in. It's a pleasure to see you. Hope your Sunday's going well. Welcome to the Serial Stream, my friend. Cheers. What's the difficulty of a 7-2 comparable to? 7-1. 7-1. So I hear. I have not done anything in 7-2 just yet. I'm still debating whether I want to try an attempt for a Legends run for 7-2. I think that'd be pretty cool. Especially having not got it from 7-1. But we'll see. We'll see. There's no way that Gilly would have a chance. A lot of people voted for Ant-Man on the forums. Yeah, but I wouldn't be so sure about that. I mean, there's definitely could be a lot of truth in that, no doubt. But at the same time, too, it's kind of similar to what happened with Hercules for the fan vote. Like, Omega Sentinel had a huge following. Huge following, and certainly the most vocal of supporters. Which is good, that's great, but it was Herc that wound up winning out because I think there were, I mean, obviously there were more people who weren't going hard for Omega. So, we'll see. Either which way, it's a win-win. They both need a huge amount of TLC, so I really think that however it winds up shaking out is going to be good for all of us as players. I soloed Abyss Infinity Man. Oh no. Yeah, Infinity Man. With mags and 79 hits. New record. It's got to be right up there. It's got to be right up there. PB, possibly? I can't wait to have materials to be able to rank up my Magneto. I've got one as a 565, and that's really fun. But I recently pulled one as a 6-star as well, and unfortunately he's well, a bit underplayed just because of rank up material scarcity. But Mags is very cool. Grinfield says, how are you going to get a 5-star? Probably just keep playing the game, to be honest. Odds are the easiest way to get that 5-star is to pull a 5-star out of the hand-to-hand crystal that we get with the login calendar. It'd be the fastest way to do it. But, I don't know, we'll see. Just got to keep biding my time, clearing content, and it figured it'll stack up after a while. Forget, have I gotten all the cool milestones out of this? I have not. There's that white ring. That one I probably should do. Just for the final path on the final day. Because those rewards are usually pretty nice. Probably a 4-star or something for me at this level. Yeah, and all those 4-stars go in handy. That would be pretty cool. Haven't done 7-2 yet either. Oh, just finished completion on 7-1. So, now I can beat Thronebreaker if I want to with Science Champ. Nice. Well, there's a lot of good options to choose from. A lot of good options to choose from. Yoink, boink. Somehow soloed it in 79 hits. That's the mind-blowing part. Most runs with Torch versus Mephisto don't even have that hit count. Mags is just a monster. Shuts down all the nonsense. So you can just go in and wail on him a little bit. Come on. Come on. Do the master side quest. The rewards are nice. Duly noted. Duly noted. I'll duck back in a little bit later, if not this stream, then next, and then check that out. Because if it's a matter of that you can't get to, because I can sometimes, I don't know, for bosses it's either gated or the boss is just so much stronger than everybody else that you can get through the rest of the path, but then you get to the boss and he's just a tank, and it's just bad times. Do that. Oh, Psylocke. How I wish that you had a little bit extra damage. You have cool, unique utility that's not easy to access. I'll definitely give her that. But interesting is some interesting abilities. No. I don't know what happened there. DY says, what up, bro? What up, DY? Happy Sunday. Good to see you. Welcome to the Serial Stream. And a big welcome howdy to everybody else as well. This is, of course, my favorite live stream of the week. Just getting a chow down on some delicious Fruity Pebbles tonight. which is the first time I've gotten to enjoy these in a good long while. Cheers, all. Nice. No 4 stars? That's annoying. Sure, let's do this. Why not? So, let's see how we're doing there. This is not going to work out great. Cedar! Good to see you, bud. Long time no see. How are you? Saying, what's poppin', Robbie? Well, you know, just finished up with the 3-day Immortal Abomination grind. Probably slept... probably slept more on a... I don't know. So tired, I'm not even thinking straight anymore. Probably slept maybe a total of like 5 hours in the last 3 days, give or take. It's not a brag, it's just shooting facts. Which I needed to do because that's the way to optimally run Arena, right? To be awake when your champs are coming off a cooldown to send them directly back onto cooldown again. Take a couple power naps here to just make it all work. There you go. Turn says, I don't even have the damage masteries on or assassin. Me neither. I like how they let you unlock parry and dexterity right off the bat. It's nice, and you know they're must-haves, right? I kind of feel like, well, I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I'm just handing out. I don't even know where I'm going with that anymore. Rob rambles. That's the byline of the stream tonight. DY says, have you seen WandaVision? I have. I watched it twice and then watched fucking Winter Soldier once. It was fun. They were both very fun shows in very different ways. But I think they were overall successful shows. Judah says, what's up? What up, Judah? Welcome to the serial stream. How's it going? And Jacob too. Sorry, bud. Missed you right there. What up, Jacob? Happy Sunday. Come on. Yoink. Yoink. Lucked out. Didn't get the parry right there. Or the enemy parry. Man. See, that's why. That's why it's taking forever. Because I'm an itty-bitty baby juggernaut. This guy is a, I'm assuming, ramped up all the way blade. Alright, come on. DY says, grats on the I-bomb. I appreciate that. Thank you kindly. It's so cool. I'm looking forward to leveling him up, ranking him up eventually, very, very soon as I get the materials, and then just having such a good time with it. Lefty Knox saying, yo, good to see you, Lefty. Happy Sunday. How's everything? Now, Cedar's got a dilemma. I'm gonna try for Labyrinth soon, and I was wondering if I should rank 5 a Sig 200 Aegon and Unawakened Gilly 99, or both. We got a 4 to 5 for Gilly, but I could rank Hulkbuster or Mysterio. So, I mean, Aegon for sure, 100%. I would only rank Gilly 99 if you run incursions, and you like running Gilly with incursions just because of all the heals that she can get. But that's what I got for that. There's nothing wrong with Gilly 99. I would put her on the same level about as Hulkbuster or Mysterio. Totally different reasons why, but overall in the like good, passable, fun to play, but not the best of class category. Working on a shorthand for that still, but I think if you are able, to rank up one over the other, definitely stick with Aegon, and then wait and see. Unless you got the materials burning a hole in your pocket, you gotta take somebody up, or else resources are gonna expire. We'll see. Oh, great. So I am being informed real quick. It seems to have fixed itself already, but the connection is a bit wonky here. It is entirely possible that it is my own personal internet connection, even though I've had no issues with it here all day. Or it could just be the toy, the device. Of which there's not a lot of can do about that. Why do I say damage masteries, asked Judah, instead of the other one, and not suicide masteries, because YouTube doesn't like it? That is exactly why. That is exactly why. 100% why. When it was a little bit earlier this year or late last year, right? I've always said like the community shorthand for it, for the sides. But for whatever reason, YouTube decided to parse through the content and found that I had said the word a couple of times within maybe a 5-minute chunk of the video, which obviously makes sense, because if you're looking specifically at a specific tier of masteries, and you're describing like what masteries do and what context and whatnot, you gotta say the community shorthand. Long story short, oh man, that's problematic. I keep forgetting how noodly these champs are. But yeah, that's the long and the short of it. That's the long and short of it. It wound up flagging the video that I was talking about it in. And even though I'm not going to lose a whole lot of sleep over it, it definitely was a good lesson that I wound up integrating in my other videos and whatnot. So yeah, damage masteries, sure. That. Oh, special 3. Dang it. Well, man, I am fading. All right, come here. Let's get the KO and just be done with this. Even though she has a much higher damage potential than Aegon, yes. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing with Gilly. It's maybe a bit long-winded, so I apologize for that. I'll try and keep it succinct. Aegon and Gilly have very similar functionality at high hit counts, right? Aegon, of course, can wind up banking with a 999 hits, and then Gilly has stacking damage after her 100th hit. 100th hit, that's the one. So 101 hits harder than 100, 110 hits harder than all of those, and it keeps stacking, which is really nice. The thing with Gilly that I'm not a big fan of is how many different hoops you gotta jump through in order to get to that 100 hits to be able to capitalize on her damage cap potential. She can only start a fight bringing over 100 hits from the previous fight, so even though she does a lot of damage at like 800 hits, only the first 100 counts, so you got to build up that streak again and again and again and again and again for each fight. Similarly, if you don't wind up throwing a special 3 as a finishing move, you got to wind up building up to the special 3 again for the next fight. In order to, you got to start your combo all over again from 0 to 100 to be able to really start getting to some of that damage. She's kind of okay damage-wise between hits 0 and 100 and gets better at that point, but it's unfortunate that every single fight you got to start the cycle over with Gilly 99 and start ramping her up again and again and again. For her special 3, they also wound up putting some extra caveats that it can be affected by ability accuracy. It can be affected by nodes. It's not a guaranteed thing. So, for example, if you take Gilly 99 into Realm or to Labyrinth or into Abyss, even though her kit says she can KO opponents if they're 5% health or below, because those champions' health pools are so tanky, the damage that a special 3 KO like that could inflict on those guys in a single hit exceeds the 50,000 damage cap that the mode has. So effectively what that means is that instead of throwing a special 3 to finish the fight when they tick down to 5% health, you gotta wait till they tick down to, like, I don't know. You really, it's just suboptimal, right? It's just super suboptimal. You gotta wait till the opponent gets to, like, I don't know, 1% health or like 0.5% health or something, and then throw it, and then hope that you wind up coming in under that 50k damage cap, or else it's not going to do you any good, and you got to start over from scratch again. A very long-winded reply, no doubt, but that's my 2 cents at least. That's my 2 cents. So even though she does have a much higher damage potential than Aegon, plus since she doesn't crit, that's a big anti-Aegon boost as well. Just in case, like for Abyss 2 or whatever, you wind up running into an Ebony Maw, say, an opponent. You just have a bad time. They need to do a solo version of Incursions. Those rewards are way too good to rely on somebody else. I agree. So I'll have to see what they wind up doing. Boink. Yoink. Beemore says, "Hey there, Robin chat. Good to see you, Beemore. Happy Sunday, my friend. Hope you're doing well." What do you mean she does a lot of damage at 800 hits? She caps at 600. Right. Aegon is the one that has the hit cap, right, for number of hits that he can bank with his persistent charge. Gilly does not have that cap like that, and she can keep scaling, like I said, attack-wise incrementally anything past 100. So 100 is base, 101 is better, 102 is better than 101, so on and so forth. But what I'm saying is that the big downside to that is that the best you can start a next fight with is 100 hits in your combo, which means you got to throw 700 additional hits every single fight in order to capitalize on that big, whatchamacallit. Sorry. Exactly, Insight. Exactly. That's what the base ability is, and for every single case, whether it's monthly quest, whether it's side quest, whatever, that works, right? She's stuck in there. Come on. Go. Do this spammy, attacky attack. Just for kicks. Want to say big howdy to Redwood. What up, bud? Welcome to the serial stream. Also, aka, hopefully Rob doesn't fall asleep on stream. How are you? Reaper, always a pleasure, my friend. I think Rob is having a few brain farts. I am having more than a few brain farts. It's like brain flatulence at this point. Gotta crack a window up there, just air out the place. I wasn't kidding. I've gotten 5 hours of sleep the last 3 days. I'm very tired. So if something rambles and doesn't go anyplace, or like if I sound like I have a really sound argument, but for all you awake people out there, it is not in fact a sound argument, that's why. It sounds a lot better in my head, and then it doesn't. So with that said, having a SIG 200 Aegon, is there any reason for me to rank Gilly? The immunities and the fact that Gilly does not crit. So that's why I really like Gilly in incursions and then in particular paths for like Alliance Quest or whatnot, especially going up against, you know, your champs like Ebony Maw, where you, like a completely ramped up, revved up Aegon is not going to be able to hit Maw at all because all of his hits at that point are effectively guaranteed crit. So that's where Gilly would really come in handy, that she can always tag the opponent, just because, you know, it's never going to crit anyway. So there's use and benefit of having a Gilly 99. I'm just saying that of the two, Aegon, it would be my preference. But also, once you wind up clearing the content that you want to use Aegon for, and Gilly 99 to a much lesser degree, but Aegon's going to wind up being usually like an arena champ or just somebody that you aren't going to go to day, just because it is a good bit of work getting them fully revved up. Gilly has a cap from 100 to 600. Past 600, she won't do any extra red damage. Well, it's Aegon caps at 999. Oh, cool. Yeah. Thanks, Terrence. Brain dysentery. Yeah, that's fairly accurate. Dom popping in and saying, howdy Rob, howdy chat. Domadeus, everybody. How's it going, bud? You are watching the gradual, slow self-destruction of my mental faculties here, live on YouTube for the serial stream. Also called, Rob needs to get some Z's. Do appreciate you guys all hanging out here tonight for what's going to wind up being a more abbreviated live stream, but did want to hang out and say howdy for a spell before I hopefully go crashing, you know, on my pillow as opposed to the keyboard. Wouldn't be the first time. Just saying that's my preference. Gilly's got power control, good regen, immunities, good defender, good damage, no crit, degen, and armor. It's true. Also depends if you have a warlock. If you got a warlock, then that's a much more difficult equation because then you're comparing Gilly to warlock. If you don't have warlock, yeah, Gilly probably is either the best or the second best robot in the game, excluding warlock. I would say it's debatable between her and Dragon Man, but she's good. I just don't have a full appreciation for her massive ramp-up cycle and repeated ramp-up cycle. She's got really good regen. That is true. Can wind up really using that to your advantage. Like, you know, allow yourself to get tagged either a couple of times or have an opponent, better still, hit into your block a little bit, so as to trigger the regen that you would not have triggered otherwise had they not tapped you. Get the heals and then go in for a quick KO. See what this does. Noodle damage. Alright. I don't understand how this game is 13 plus. It makes no sense. Every now and again they say heck. I like it, Insight. I like it. You are exactly right. I gotta figure out a catchy, streamable way to abbreviate all of that, but you are 100% right. That is exactly a solid summary of how the live stream is here. For everybody tuning in, it is good to see you. I'm Rob vonShoe. This is the Sunday cereal stream. I'm chowing down on some delicious Fruity Pebbles. Having a good time. If you are new to the channel, this is also the Delirium edition of the live stream. Just streaming, or having come off of a 3-day featured 6-star grind, which kicked my butt an awful lot more than I really would have given it credit for otherwise. Come on. Come on. Whatever. I don't know what I was going for that. See, sad thing is that normally I'd feel totally confident just attacking into Kingpin and then just dealing with that extra 16% health, but because it takes me so long, especially with Moon Knight. Interesting. Pretty sure I could have. There we go. There we go. Got him. Scratch that. Terrence not a fan of Warlock. I like Gilly. Hey, bud, that is fantastic. That is absolutely, and that's not me being like sarcastic or anything. Go with who you like. Really, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, if you like Gilly, then by all means, go with Gilly. She definitely has her uses. Definitely has her uses. All right. Forget what point value the milestone is for this. Because there's a white ring in the milestones. This one. All right, so it's 75,000. Okay, so I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Terrence asked, how many points did I rack up? 125 million. Just a few. Which was the biggest score I'd ever put up. Not by much, but enough for it to be the record. So let's throw a couple debuffs on. Dom says, I'm doing well. Fantastic. Glad to hear. Alright, come on. Special, my dude. There we go. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Beautiful. Which arena is this again? Litai? Litai? Voto's arena. This is the Shang Chi arena. I'm just going for the 75,000 points so I can get the white ring, so I can get into one of the legendary paths. I'm assuming it's the one with the best loot. Oh. Well, that was quick. Just, you know, we're getting there. Getting there. Come on. Of course, the minute that I go running for it is when he throws it. Of course. Dude's been turtling up the whole time otherwise. Thanks. I'm throwing that. It's just not fun fighting an evade champ like this. Without a great evade counter handy. So assuming I decide not to rank Gilly with the gem, do you think I should use it on Unawakened Hulkbuster or Mysterio? Ghost is already rank 4 and I've got no Warlock or Guardian. Should I use it or save it? Save it. Definitely save it. Hulkbuster is really nice, especially after his buff. It's a real nice to have. But the whole tech class, especially some of the newer tech class champions, just seems to keep running into the problem where they're either just all cannibalize off of each other a little bit or what have you. And all different Iron Man champs kind of starting to feel similar-ish, including Hulkbuster. Mysterio's fun, but I think a bit convoluted relative to what he can wind up realistically doing in this game. So, oh yeah, and then inside it says also commenting on the loot box mechanics. Yes, this is entirely true. That I think more so than anything, or at least it really should be. There we go, let's do that. Or just the fact that you can spend real world money in the first place, regardless of the mechanics after the fact. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I am unfortunately going to call a stream right there tonight. I think I may have said maybe 2 or 3 slightly less than coherent things already in this stream. But before we go, I'm going to open up at least 1 crystal, 2 by the look of it. Hope to get a new 4-star champion, or 3-star would be pretty nice. But I'm going to go get some Z's, rest up, and then be able to hit the ground running tomorrow. Start putting out some fun new content videos again. So, if you guys want to wind up guessing in chat who the champs are going to wind up being popping out of the crystal here, that would be very cool. I'm going to guess Tigra, because I really would like a Tigra. Seer says, it's worth noting that out of my 7 rank 5s, we've got no good power control. That's rough. Power control is a very useful bit. Hopefully, you wind up getting an opportunity to rank up a champ here pretty quick. Hey, I'll take a 3-star magic. That's pretty cool. And then Rob says, Rob says, Insight says, and Rob, that's the one. Do the arena and objectives if you can. You get 2 Grandmaster hand-to-hand crystals along with a crystal from the calendar. Yes. That's the goal. That is the goal. So as this spinal one is, good lord, I gotta get out of here. As the final crystal here is spinning out, that's what I'm going for. I want to thank you guys for watching for the last hour and change. If you haven't already, please kindly consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel when I'm not babbling like a overly exhausted person, and putting out gameplay videos, fun strategy, and crystal openings. And every now and again, a couple of meme fun joke videos just for kicks. I'm going to be back streaming again tomorrow. Might wind up doing a Mirrorverse tomorrow. Might wind up doing some MCOC. We'll see. But it'll be some good times. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hope to see you guys then. And on that note, yeah, on that 2-star note, that is going to do me. Hope you guys have a most excellent rest of your Sunday. We'll catch you later. I'm Rob vonShoe. Take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. Be well, everyone.